Hello, friends. Today, our discussion is on man woman relationships, especially in the context of Jesus Youth Movement. As we know, the movement is specially characterized by relationships. We have a lot of emphasis on groups. Perhaps people come to Jesus Youth Movement looking at the joyful groups, people who interact so beautifully. So, relationships and groups, these are very important things in the movement. Now, there can be another end, the other end, where everything can be task based, or we are doing a project. We are led by special goals and you know ends to achieve. No, in the movement it is much more friendship, getting to connecting to people and getting to know each other. There's so much of importance. Of course, this joyful, friendly ambience will it bring people into unnecessary entanglements, especially when we think of man-woman relationships. We may be a little scared, a little, over careful. I think there has to be a balance. We shouldn't lose the joy, the freedom, the friendliness that are there in the movement. But then leaders and everyone should know about the limits, or perhaps things that shouldn't happen, or kind of too much attachments that can arise in these contexts. So we should be mindful of that, but that shouldn't give us too much of overcautious and always looking out for problems. That attitude should not be there, I believe. Now, Jesus Youth must continue as a very positive place, and leaders must be promoting relationships. And what are some of the things to keep in mind? One is, Jesus is the best example, no doubt. The Lord has shown us his approach to relationships, especially through the other gender, the other sex. He has given us beautiful examples. He was very joyful, spending time, sitting and talking, and continuing the relationships. And the men were attached to him, the women were also so much attached to him, and received a lot of positive energy from Jesus. To think quickly about some tips. One, the movement is so much focused on kingdom, and this kingdom perspective should be on the top of all that we do in the movement. The kingdom perspective. That means people are growing as joyful individuals, communities are built, and people are challenged to go out. This is the kingdom perspective. Secondly, Trinity is love. There is a culture of love that Jesus came to bring in, and like following the model of Trinity, we should also promote a culture of love, positive love. The saint very beautifully said, love and do whatever you want. But we must examine, is it the love of the Lord, the joyful love that the Lord gives, that is guiding us? That's important. But thirdly, I would say one thing, let's not be exclusive. Too much stuck with, this can be with the same gender, same sex, and with the opposite gender as well. Don't get stuck with one, a few, and creating our own cliques. There can be some problem. We must have many friends, rather in a community, or everyone should be joyfully interacting with each other, getting to know each other and growing with each other. So this avoiding exclusivity or too much privacy and private things can be a good way of avoiding dangers, I believe. Then there is the situation, the context. That means we are in a cultural context, we are in a social cultural context. Our country or where we are meeting, our parish context, all this could indicate to us in a way how we should behave, but we shouldn't be too much controlled by the culture. Sometimes this culture is to be renewed. We can, in a way, give this culture a little push to make it more joyful and loving, of course. Now, I think one important thing is that be responsible. As a leader, I am responsible to build myself. I am responsible to build the other one, others, and everyone else. This can be in opposite gender as well. The best, what is best for the other person, that must be in my mind all the time. And in the movement, our focus is community, mission, and a person's growth. So when we are having this balance of building a community and ambience of a community, sometimes little problems will be avoided. What is not helpful in a community, I may avoid. Finally, be in the light. Jesus emphasizes it very much. St. Paul also speaks about it. Be in the light and be the missionaries of light. All the best.